Malcolm, you have a lot on your mind.
The sustainable population of our planet is no more than 500 million.
And we're willing to kill 7 billion.
Well, most of those lives aren't worth living. The mass of humanity in Africa, India, and China, they live in squalor. They'd be better off dead. The world would be better off without them.
And America will be first.
Yes, well, as our friend Henry Kissinger said, a strong America is the only thing standing in the way of a new world order. We have foreign troops on the ground now, under the UN banner. The country only needs a little chaos.
The American people are resilient. What's to come if the citizens rise up?
Yes, well, when parents see their children starving and families hauled away to FEMA camps for imprisonment or worse, then yes, we expect some resistance at first. But the vanity of nationalism will quickly fade. The people will beg for help. Any help. These are but the birth pangs of change. Birth pangs of a new world order.
The real problem is this, James. In 2 decades, there will be 7 billion human beings on this planet. Most of them brown, yellow, or black. All of them hungry. All of them determined to love. Swarm out of their breeding grounds into Europe and North America. Hence Vietnam. All-out effort there will give us control of South Asia for decades to come. And with proper planning, we can reduce the population to 550 million by the end of the century. I know. I've seen the data.
We sound rather like gods reading the Doomsday Book, don't we?
Well, someone has to do it. Not only will the nations affected be better off, but the techniques developed there can be used to reduce our own excess population. Blacks, Puerto Ricans, Mexican Americans, poverty-prone whites, and so forth.
And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone, rule well. Peace and salutation, all that I can pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazma Debar coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And like you seen the clip of the video, hey, this is the beginning of sorrows, man. A lot of things are starting to come down the pipe here in Babylon the Great, as far as these banks, as far as the tension on the border, as far as all this uproars of the people, sedition amongst men. A lot of things is about to start taking place, man. And we're living through the beginning of sorrows here in Babylon the Great, man. So with that, real quick, let me see, bear with me. It's Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6, it says, "And you should hear wars and rumors of wars. See then that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And we hearing wars and rumors of wars, the tension with U.S. and Taiwan and China and the Israelis and the Iranians and Ukraine and Russia, all these wars and rumors of wars. And it says, for the nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. We're seeing that the race wars, the tensions, all as far as this left-right paradigm shift that they're pushing here in the Western media. And as far as this Ukraine and Russia situation, which is causing a lot of nations to lean on towards the BRICS and separating themselves from the NATO and the EU, which is causing the isolation of America, man. And it says there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes. And you seeing that, man. You got famine being orchestrated here in America, all these damn plants being burned up. Over 100 plus food distributed plants have been burned up here in America. And pestilence with all these so-called created germ warfare is created in a lab by Esau Edom, and also with this caravan of the so-called migrants, which are the Northern Kingdom and other nations coming into America, which is they're bringing forth diseases as well, man. So a lot of things is coming down a pipe. And it says earthquakes in diverse places. Nobody forgot about the earthquake in Turkey that killed over 50,000 people, man. Nobody forgot about that. Only you Babylonians maybe forgot about it, but the men of the Lord have forgot about what this devil is doing, man. This thing is coming down the pipe, and it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. We can clearly see what's coming, man. This devil is lined up for the chaos, man. He's about to create order out of chaos. He's setting up the stage so he can shut this place down, man. This is why we have to be circumspect, man. Let's jump straight into it. I'm going to just read a little brief off these bank failures. It says the bank failures have only just begun. Prepare or perish, man. Mike Adams interview precious metals expert David Morgan. And this is what they're saying, man. This system is failed, man. This banking system, this fractional reserve banking is done. It was set up to fail. It was set up to fail. And this is what it's doing, man. Let's read a little bit. It says the bank runs have only just begun by end of this year, cascading collapse. Let's go into this word right here.
Cascading.
And let's get the definition. Cascading. And it says a small waterfall, typically one of the several that fall in a stage down a steep rocky slope. And that's what you see, a steep rocky slope, because this place is going down the drain. It's circling the drain, man. This is what you're seeing. It says a cascading collapse of the U.S. banking system will begin even more frantic, and the false promise of claiming everything is fine will be overrun by the fearful taunts of the newly panicked masses who foolishly believe the government lies yet again, man. And that's what we've been telling you people, man. We've been telling you that, once everything is fine, that's when that trouble and these sorrows is going to start to come upon you, man. Real quick, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. And the times and the season, if you're redeeming the time, you have no need to be caught off unaware. You should be redeeming the times. You should be aware of what this devil has planned. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord comes a thief in the night. And you could clearly see, as you just read in Matthew, the 24th chapter, that lines up with the day of the Lord. That lines up with the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because when you go in Revelation 19:10, it says the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. You can clearly see that Yahweh Shai is about to make a move on this place, man. But he's lining everything up for the time of Jacob's trouble. In verse 3, it says, for when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them. And that's what you're seeing. They said peace and safety. They said the banks, everything is fine. But what's really going on, man? What's really going on behind the scenes? They're collapsing this banking system. They're collapsing this banking system and ushering in a new system, which will be backed by the CBDC, the Fed now, and the MOTB. That's what they're doing right in your face, man. Right in your face. This is why your people are in a state of confusion when they don't understand that Title 42 and all these immigrants coming across, which is going to create hyperinflation, which is going to create higher taxes. That's what you're going to start to see, man. And you dumbass Americans, you really believe on Esau Edom, thinking everything's going to go back to normal, man. Let's read it again. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. Because that's what you see, man. You can clearly see that Esau Edom has been playing that peace and safety bull crap, and now that sudden destruction is being brought upon the soils of America, man. You're seeing over 700,000 immigrants is fleeing, is coming to America, which is going to create high gas prices, high taxes, cost of living going up. A lot of things is about to be going up, man, and which is going to usher in that famine of food and pestilence, man. You got people just winding up on farmers' land, dead and shit like that. The Border Patrol really not locking them up. They're grabbing and detaining them and letting them loose. So this is what they're doing, man. Hey, we're clearly in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Let's grab another one. See? Under the Biden regime, coordinating with the Mexican government to secretly facilitate mass illegal migrant invasion. That's what they're doing, man. This is strategically planned by the United Nations to set this up, man, because this is what they want. They want to create the order out of chaos, man. One of the Beloved Brothers had a clip where they showed these secret cells coming through this invasion on the TV show and start doing what? Going into stores and blowing themselves up and creating chaos, shooting up places. This is what they're gonna do, because amongst these migrants, you have military, you have sleeper cells with the Ishmael and with with Moab, the Chinese, and them Hamites and them Africans. So you best believe something big is coming down the pipe, man. You just have to be circumspect, man, redeeming the times, man, because we can clearly see the cartel has had something involved with this. A lot of things is coming that people are not aware of, man. But the scriptures say, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, at least Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. We can clearly see this is a war tactic that Esau Edom's doing. He's about to create a war tactic. This is a war tactic where they're going to create, man. They want to create chaos. They want to create massive chaos and confusion here in Babylon the Great, man, which is going to cause what? Uproars of the people, sedition amongst men. It's going to cause what you call a race war, the Egyptian against Egyptian. Why? Because people going to be trying to have to fight out these migrants for their property and their land, man. Because the government is gave them the image and the thought that America is a safe haven, but at the same time you're gonna have these damn gun-tote Edomites gonna be fighting about their property and various other things is gonna be taking place, man. But this is gonna create the chaos and the confusion here in Babylon the Great, man. We're in those times, man. We're in those times. Real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. Verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. We're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. As you go in Ephesians, the 5th chapter, if you're redeeming the times of the days of evil, you can clearly see that this is the time of Jacob's trouble. The border crisis, the banking crisis, the food crisis, the water crisis, because people are not speaking on these train derailments with all these chemicals polluting the water, man. So it's hell that's all around you that's just failing. This system is failing, man. But you jakes, your mind is fully set in Babylon the Great. And you should be separating yourself, man. Raji the Parker, this is not your rest, man. Micah 2:10. This place is polluted and will destroy you even with a sword destruction. We can clearly see that the writings on the wall, that something major is coming down the pipe, man. Something big is coming. Look at this bank. You got bank runs. You got the tensions. Then you got the fake food. Come on, man. Come on, a lot of things is happening that the people are really not aware of, man. The men of the Lord are the only ones that's speaking on what's really going on around the world, man, as far as here in Babylon the Great. This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. It says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. Nothing is secret shall not be made manifest. Why? Because the men of the Lord on the highways and hedges telling you well, all this devil plans and all his agendas and things that he has that he's about to start to push here in the latter days, man. We're telling you, man. He has legislation and all types of things that he has written up for years, how he's about to try to come against the men of the Lord, against the truth and all things, man. It says, for nothing is secret that should not be made manifest, neither anything hid that should not be made known and come to broad, man. Even among his movies, his propaganda, he's putting it right in your face, man. It's called predictive programming. He's putting it right in your face how he wants to get rid of the population and have it down to 500 million because the population is outgrown to 7 billion. He wants to have it down to 500 million. That was part of the Georgia Guidestones, man. And it was funny how the Georgia Guidestones all of a sudden got exploded and blew up. Come on, man. We're not ignorant of Satan devices, man. We're not ignorant of Satan devices. Soon as before that blew up, you had the CERN. Right after that, the CERN was opening up portals and shit. Come on, man. A lot of things been happening, man. Jake, you got to wake the hell up and pay attention, man. A lot of things is happening here in Babylon the Great, man. You got to be redeeming at the times, man. You got to be on your watch, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5. Let me see, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. You shouldn't be ignorant of anything what's going on, man. A great matter or small, man. This border crisis is going to lead to all hell breaking loose. This banking crisis is going to lead to all hell breaking loose. And this food crisis is going to lead to all hell breaking loose, man. And what's coming next, man? We understand that the famine of the word is what this devil really planning on doing. And it says the Blacklist and News.com. It says the world on the cusp of woke totalitarianism as a government is an act to end freedom of speech, man. And we're not ignorant of that, man. This is the main thing. He wants to end the freedom of speech. He wants to get the men of the Lord out the highways and hedges because we're exposing him on all matters concerning his agendas, man. We're exposing him, man, according to the Bible, who he is and what he's trying to plan to do. We're exposing him, man. We're not ignorant of a great matter or small, man. We're exposing this devil, man. Everything is being brought to the light according to the scriptures by the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai to expose Esau, Edom, man. The devil, which the Bible speaks of, man. And the men of the Lord are doing it, man. And he knows that this is why he wants to shun us and get us off the highways and hedges. This is why he wants to bring forth his chaos so he can bring forth the order, man. That's why you can't be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. You have to be on your watchtower and prepare and stay in the spirit and stay sober minded because this devil's coming down with great wrath. He know his time is short. Esau Edom know his time is short, man. It's just you niggas, you walk around in la-la land, you don't understand what times of season you living in. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21. Verse 25, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon. We having blood moons. We having all types of things that's been showing you that we're in the end days, man. It says there should be signs in the sun and the blood. And so like it said, there be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars upon the earth, distress of nation and perplexity, man. Perplexity, a state of confusion, a state of stress amongst the people. And when you look around the world, man, you got protesters in France, you got protesters everywhere, man. All these governments are failing simultaneously while this shit is going on, about to take place in America, man. Because the Lord is saving the best for last. He's really about to destroy this place, man. And it says, the seas of waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. And you see that, man. When you talk to these and when you watch these interviews with these Edomites concerning the border, they're in a state of fear. When you watch these interviews with these Edomites concerning this money and these banks, they are in a state of fear. They can clearly see that their society is falling right before them, man. And a lot of you Jays, you're going to get caught up out there, man. Because while the scripture said, don't hand you on the hand and wicked shall not go unpunished, you in that same mindset of Edomite going to get you killed. You need to be in the spirit. Ride you in the park, because it's not your rest, man. You gotta let go of the cares of this world, man. Because you in the spirit of trying to keep this place going, which is gonna get your ass destroyed, man. Because you in that state of thinking everything's okay when it's not, man. It says, for the powers of heaven should be shaken. Why? Because the Most High is about to destroy this place. The Most High is about to let loose here in Babylon the Great. Thus said the scriptures, man. This place had its run, and now it's at the end, man. Everything has an end. Everything, man. There's the times of season and every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, man. And we're in the times of season where the Lord is about to destroy Babylon the Great, man. And it's beautiful, man. And it's beautiful. And he's justified, man. Because this place is wicked as all hell. Let's grab a few more. I wasn't going to make this too long. This is the book of Job. Let's get this book of Job, chapter 18. And verse 10. It says, the snare is laid for him in the ground and a trap for him in the way. And you can clearly see that, man. With this border invasion, you can clearly see that this is a snare and trap that Esau Edom is laid before you 2/3 niggas and these damn heathen, man. Because he's about to set it up where he's about to start causing mass chaos and try to blame it on the migrants. But he set it up where he gave them a safe haven to come here, man. He's the devil, man. He plays both sides, man. It says, the snare is laid for him in the ground and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. And that's what you're about to see, man. These damn Edomites are in a state of fear. Just like you 2/3 niggas about to be, man. Once you start seeing a lot of bombs going off and a lot of other things happening in major cities and start seeing these military boots on the ground when they start locking city downs and having curfews, you're gonna be praying that you was back in them Crown Warrior 99 lockdowns. Because this shit with Esau Edom's about to bring that Revelation 12 and 12, it's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be bad. He's gonna shut this whole place down, man. And you, a lot of you Jakes, man, you use your liberty to the occasion of the flesh. You wasn't trying to get right. You was just bullshitting. So now the Lord's about to really let Esau Edom do his thing, man. Because he was created to be the sword. He was created to bring forth destruction, man. And he's about to do it, man. And a lot of you Jakes, man, you're gonna get caught up out here, man. Because this is what you can clearly see. You got bank runs, you got the invasion, what they call the invasion. When you got what else happening, man? You got a famine of the food, and then also about to be a famine of the word. So everything has been lined up strategically by the Heavenly Father, man, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, the beloved Son. Everything is being lined up, man. So we're living in some very beautiful times here in the latter days, man. So with that, Apparatus our Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Wasn't going to make it too long, just something quick. But hey, we can clearly see this is the beginning of sorrows, man. We are in the beginning of sorrows. Bank runs, famine of food, the famine of the word. Everything has been lined up, man. We have to just stay focused, man, and stay sober, man. Because this is the time where the Lord's about to visit the world which you have made, man. So with that, I want to say, call Haloyim La, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, great millstone of Ruel. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing his truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Kram Yasharala and Abba Babal. Shalom.